let's start off by saying that I am sick in the head and sadly also in the body. I got a fever and the only prescription is Arnold Schwarzenegger. You all wanted this, and by golly, I'm not about to let some puny little cold stop our muscle-bound juggernaut from making a mess of New York City. This is Hercules in New York, and this is Redeye Reviews in bed with his Squishmallow. Hit it! So there are two versions of this movie. One where we can understand him, and the good one. We are watching the good one, where it is his own voice. You telling me you want this?
You have struck Hercules. I am Hercules.
Over this?
You have struck Hercules. I'm Hercules.
The man is a natural. From his opening line, you can tell he's a generational talent.
Why can't I go? I have been here thousands of years. I am bored. Don't interrupt your father.
To be fair, our man barely knew English at this point. He was only 22. But yeah, I know. 22-year-old whose left pec is larger than my entire chest.
Does this mean I have Zeus's permission to leave?
It means you will stay.
I am starting to think that every single line is going to be incredible. I can also see that old Zeusy here's lightning bolt is it's just rebar. They didn't even bother grinding off the texture. I don't know. Maybe he works part-time at Home Depot or something. Times are hard, folks.
Nobody will stop me.
How dare you address such remarks to your father?
That's a perfectly natural reaction to Arnold's monotone, confused, barely English comment. But Herc is bored of Mount Olympus and he wants to visit New York City. We're also pretty sure that Arnold is too dense, muscle mass-wise, to swim. So we're just going to pretend like he did.
Let us see what he is doing now.
He's in the sea now. He will drown.
Save him, great Zeus.
All right. I have done so.
Hey, why show us when you could just tell us? It's so much cheaper this way. So he gets rescued by the Navy.
What's your name?
Hercules.
You're addressing the captain of the ship. Now you say sir to me.
No man is superior to Hercules.
What's your second name? Hercules what?
As I have told you, I'm Hercules.
You guys ever read of Mice and Men? I'm just saying, I'm getting massive Lenny vibes here. Do not give this man a kitten.
Where's the ship bound for?
New York.
So they stitched together 3 uniforms to make his one singular uniform. He's having a great time. So he goes ashore. On the shore, he beats up some random fishermen with like a large piece of wood. He's all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Our man is targeting everything now. It's like a baby. He just grabs whatever is in front of his fingers.
What's the matter with you? Let go of that.
Fine chariot, but where's the horses?
Let go of that.
We meet Pretzi. Pretzi sells pretzels. That's all there is to that.
What you do, jump ship?
No, I walked off.
Where you from?
Greece.
Oh, I used to know a Greek guy.
He thinks there's nobody handsome in the world.
Handsome? Oh, maybe that's why he went back home, to find a wife, huh?
Diane and the Psyche are in love with him.
It's a good thing one of you knows your lines, otherwise we would be totally lost.
This guy got all his marbles. Hey, just come over from the old country. You don't have any money?
Couple of deadbeats, huh? Well, now, ain't that something?
And even the cabbie wants to pick a fight with him. I guess everybody in New York just hates Greek people. Or, I don't know, they're all morons. I don't know. But he flips his cab. He runs away like a giddy little schoolgirl. He sees some track and field guys, and being an actual god that probably invented these games, he knows he can beat them.
Put that discus down. You have no business out here.
I once showed them in the Olympics in Greece how to do it.
And he is just manhandling that entire team. Until Steve, that is. Because Coach is like, okay, Steve. Okay, you're our last chance here, pal. Everything rides on your super impressive jumping skills. Damn it, Steve. Buddy, you couldn't have looked worse if you tried. Like, I am a fairly confident person, but I am very positive I could jump further than Steve just did with, like, zero instruction or stretching.
All right, mister, let's see you top that.
But this rich guy sees this, and he's like, okay, pal, let's have some dinner because I want to make money off of you. At dinner, we see they found a suit that fits him. He has no money, but he got a suit. The daughter introduces herself to Herc, and he is not creepy at all. He's perfectly normal.
Everything is perfect. Everything is in its place.
It's kind of like if Tommy Wiseau became a weightlifter. It's incredible how little he can move his face while talking. But that super jumper from earlier shows up as well.
Hey, what's happening?
Is he your lover?
My what?
And he isn't impressed with our man at all.
All right, you asked for it.
You have struck Hercules.
Okay, folks. It might be the fever talking, and it probably is, but that is probably the greatest thing I've ever seen ever.
I'm Hercules.
I've seen more emotion from Joan Rivers. But hold your horses, folks, because it gets so much better. Because all of this somehow convinces Our Lady to go on a date with Hercules. And while on this magical, sketchy ride through Central Park, a mop, or perhaps a monkey, something escapes from the zoo. But if I know my Greek mythology, that is definitely just Zeus gearing up to make more babies. Have you guys ever read the stuff? Zeus was a freaky, terrible little man.
All Central Park units, escape from zoo. 1 600-pound grizzly bear.
Apparently it's a bear. Yeah, that's a bear. But we have Bear Man. We have Hercules. It's not a problem for him. They just open-handed slapping that bear into an early hibernation. So now that he can defeat bears in hand-to-hand combat, they sign him up to be a wrestler. The natural next step in his career, where he does exactly one match, and then the mob immediately latches on and they decide to take over his contract.
All you gotta do is sign your name, and here's the dough.
Meanwhile, back in Greece, the orgies are plentiful, the fruit is viney, and the gods are all drunk.
I would speak with Nemesis.
Venus also adds her voice.
Send Mercury for Hercules.
Send Mercury to bring back Hercules.
Yes, oh Zeus. Heed Mercury's plea.
I'm going to go ahead and put aside the fact that you're mixing up Greek and Roman mythology just willy-nilly left and right. But you just name-dropped super hard, and I got really lost. So if I got this right, I think it's Juno, Nemesis, the Capricorn, and Quesadilla. One of those folks goes and tries and talks some sense into Hercules and get him to come home. Our first guy attempts to bring him back, and Herc just goes, "No thank you. I like it here."
I'm going to take a shower.
So Zeus throws some rebar near a bench, and he moves on to the next person. She sneaks to Earth and puts something in Herc's drink that makes him temporarily human. making him all vulnerable, which, you know, but I guess would make him want to leave. I'm not 100% on the logic, I'll be honest. But she goes to chat with Pluto, which again is Roman, in hell. And hell is apparently just like an old gate with a fog machine.
That's the problem. He refuses to obey Zeus.
Then he won't come. Same as all those foolish mortals he finds himself among.
Hell is like if a middle school play put it on and they had a public school budget. But knowing Herc is weak, Pluto places a huge bet against him in his next match. And knowing that the mobsters will be mad if he loses, he's trying to make some money on the situation. The match is lifting some weights on TV on probably the saddest television set you could possibly imagine. Looks like a hospital with worse curtains.
Hey, let's give him a great big hand. Monster.
So, the two men who look like they cut their shorts even shorter, they take turns lifting heavy stuff. Until Herc eventually can't lift the heavy stuff. And then the other guy is like, yeah, I lifted the heavy stuff. Super neato. And having lost all that money, the mobsters chase after Hercules. Him and his friends get in a very long car chase. At one point, he leaves the car to get some more familiar wheels.
Hey, come back with my chariot.
That hot dog man, give it up to his customer service. He really wants to give that man some sauerkraut. However, eventually a wheel falls off and they just gather back together. I give this hot dog 2 stars. It was cold when I ate it. So they all gather in a warehouse. Herc is getting his human hiney whipped. Back in Olympus, they decide to send a couple of gods to help him fight.
Who? Atlas and Samson.
And then bam, those dudes just show up somehow. No question who they are, where they're from, don't care what they did, as long as they beat up some bad guys. Then, as if they filmed these in the wrong order, those dudes they're just gone. We Donkey Kong some big barrels of, I'm going to say paper? Like rolls of paper? I don't know what you keep in big barrels. Probably not paper. And just like that, New York is safe from the mob. No more problems here. So, to celebrate, we go to the Empire State Building. Herc clearly suffering from a head injury.
I have been willful. I have been disobedient. For Hercules to obey.
And now he's gone. Back in Olympus, he tells his dad how much fun New York is, and so Zeus decides to travel there himself. Disguised as a Hasidic Jew, which honestly will fit in very well, just as long as you don't go digging underground tunnels into rival synagogues. But that is it, so let's head on over to Redeye Takes Some Dayquil. He's credited as Arnold Strong because they could not spell Schwarzenegger.
If I had known how much trouble it would cause me, I'd have thought twice when I met his mother on my vacation.
That's historically not accurate, Zeusy boy. You take it from me, who's read a lot about you. You like to bang people and do some freaky shit.
Perhaps he didn't understand you.
I understood him. He's most disagreeable and he has irritated me. I think Heavy is attracted too. See that? He thinks there's nobody handsome in the world. Ryan and the Psychery are in love with him.
It's like he's trying to speak to me, I know it!
Just got here. Right away you're on the make.
What am I making?
Just cut it out, that's all. That's no way to talk to a dame.
I don't understand.
Don't understand. Yeah, probably get that a lot.
You know, you have the oddest sense of humor. Did your mother ever drop you on your head as a baby?
Yeah, that's one explanation that would make a lot of sense.
I'm not gonna like losing all that money.
It is not pleasant to lose money once one becomes accustomed to its use.
I did not decree that Hercules should be bereft of his divinity. Eros!
Yes, sir, Zeus.
Oh, Jesus. That little guy was just hiding back there the whole time. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody who voted for today's movie. I might have a couple more surprises for you all in the coming weeks. As always, thank you to my patrons. You all got a little sneak peek into what they get to do all the time, which is like, tell me what to do. It's a weird power, but they got it. If you want to do it, there's a link down below. I have a Discord down below. I have a merch store. It's down below. I will see you next time, and until then, stay happy and stay healthy, which is ironic coming from me right now. Okay, bye!
What's the matter with you? Let go of that! Fine chariot, but where's the horses?
You have struck Hercules.